Good fucking morning, goddammit. It is another Wednesday. We're about 2 weeks ahead of last video, and as you guys can see behind me by the very modest amount of decoration in here, decor, I'm not living in a completely barren room anymore. Got a little fruit basket, got some candles and baby sculpture elephants in front of me. Have a dog shit TV stand while I wait for my real one to come in. All couches are out of stock in Miami, pretty much everywhere. So I have to wait for the one that I want to come back in stock, but I'm going to get like a nice L-shaped couch that kind of occupies this entire area. I'll be able to have, multiple people come over, where I'm going to have like a 4-seat layout right here in this island. Couch will probably seat 4 to 5. If people want to stay over, I can definitely sleep 2 people on that couch. Also have a queen size blow-up mattress that can fit 1 to 2 people as well. So things are shaping up around here. But yeah, it is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I had a history teacher in high school who was like a huge Star Wars and Star Trek fan that I got along really well with. And every year since I've graduated, which was 2014, I send him an email on May 4th. So yeah, I actually just did that 30 minutes before getting on camera for you guys. So it's May 4th. We are on the intro week of the last block of Raw Nationals prep, which is crazy to say. And the thing that feels really different this time around is that usually around this time, we'd be coming into the last block, but I would have already felt like I've kind of emptied the tank. It would have felt like the PRs that I hit in the prior block took a lot out of me, and it would feel like I'm trying to maintain some level of high performance, which is very difficult to do. For those of you who know, who have pushed themselves really hard, it's very difficult to push top-end strength for an extended number of weeks and maintain either the mental capacity to do so or just the physical durability. It's very difficult to do. And right now, I feel very refreshed coming off of a deload week, and we are going to build up into nationals, which I think is a much better place to be as you get stronger versus trying to maintain a high level of performance. I think earlier to intermediate level lifters can probably get away with this. They're usually progressing at a rate where they can just improve or at least stay at their best for longer. But at the level that I'm at, and in my experience, it has shown me that this is the best way to go about it. So today is my first Wednesday of prep, and Wednesdays are my favorite training day of the week. I even have a pair of lucky underwear for Wednesday training days, and it is my heaviest squat day in terms of exertion. I do take a single on Saturdays, but Wednesday is the highest performing and day that gets pushed the most. And then it is also my high rep deadlift day. So this week is week 1, like I mentioned. And hopefully by the end of this block, we're somewhere in the 285 to 290 range for a triple on squats. And this high rep deadlift day will probably be somewhere in the mid, maybe 290 range, 285 to 290 range as well, for a rep range in that 7 to 9 area. So as I've already alluded to, today is a top triple on squat, a top set of I think 8 or 9 on deadlift. I have to check. I've gotten in the habit of just kind of checking my program the day of rather than obsessing about it in weeks or days prior. We'll be starting off with around 250-ish on squat to start off the block. Deadlifts, like I said, probably 260 to 270. We'll see when I get there. But ultimately, I'm really hopeful for this last block, and I've prepared really, really well. Matt Gary made a post the other day about how there's no luck in powerlifting. You either come prepared or you don't. And I feel very prepared. So I'm going to start preparing breakfast, which, as you guys can probably guess, is going to include eggs. These are from the farm that I order from. They are corn and soy free, farm fresh. They even still got all the dirt and shit on them. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can get you guys in focus here. How far back do I have to go? So yeah, very excited. Always excited for my eggs in the morning. Like I said in the last video, if you're used to store-bought eggs, get some farm eggs. Pasture-Raised at the very least. And once you try them, you're never going to want to go back. All right, let's start cooking breakfast. So someone commented on one of my food posts, which, by the way, if you're not following NORi.plate, you better get on following that. I've been posting all of my meals to there. I always post them on my stories, and people are always asking what I'm eating, which I mentioned in the last video. Obviously gave you guys a little bit of insight as to what I eat as well. But I figured I'd make a page for it because it is just something that I'm very passionate about. Obviously, I don't plate things as if I'm cooking like a 4-star or a 5-star meal, you know, every day. But I try to make things look nice, and I care very much about the food that I eat. It's pretty much my biggest expense aside from rent. And I think it should be at the top of a lot of people's expenses. I understand that food is expensive, but your health is more important than anything. So somebody commented on one of my posts that my eggs didn't look very orange. They even looked a little bit yellow. And the yolks themselves are fairly orange. The reason that they look yellow is this. This is raw milk, which someone asked what it tastes like. It pretty much tastes like regular whole milk if you added butter to it. It is delicious. And I always add like a little splash of it to the eggs. It just makes them a bit fluffier. Also, like, it's just much better tasting. Not even much better tasting because the eggs are delicious, but it just enhances it. So, add a little bit of that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet with these eggs. I have some shiitake mushrooms, which mushrooms are one of my favorite foods. Like, I love the earthiness of them. Oyster mushrooms are another one that are fantastic. I assume most people probably have only, or at least routinely, eat just like portobellos and white cap mushrooms, which are good, but the world of mushrooms is much more diverse. It adds amazing flavor to so many different foods. So, oh, well, I guess I'm out of shiitakes. I only have these bellas. I'm not super excited for this. I thought I had shiitake mushrooms. But at any rate, I'll probably do some vegetables with these eggs. I have sourdough on which I will probably put some butter, which I also have raw butter, which is just much more rich tasting than regular butter in the stores. Regular butter in the stores just kind of has that softness and oiliness, but not like that rich creaminess. Kerrygold's like obviously a higher quality store-bought butter you can get, which is great. I use that shit all the time. But if I want to actually taste the butter and not just cook with it, raw butter is the way to go. People have asked me, where do you find this? Luckily, there's a farm down here in Miami that I can get it from. So wherever you live, try to see if you can find something local. Local farm stuff is also just cheaper than getting a lot of things from health food stores, produce, dairy, eggs, all of it, beef. Getting it from local sources is definitely going to be the way to go versus paying some crazy premium at a Whole Foods or Fresh Market or whatever. All right, guys, so we called an audible. The bella mushrooms were rotten. They had to go in the garbage. So what I did was pretty basic. Just the eggs scrambled with the milk. I sliced up some of the baby potatoes, boiled them a little bit to soften them, grilled them in butter with, or I guess sauteed them in butter with red onions, kimchi, sourdough with butter. Pretty basic breakfast. I love kimchi and sauerkraut. Like, I actually have to hold myself back from eating too much because with it being a food that actually changes the microbiome of your gut, if you eat too much of it, especially if you're like coming off of a period of not eating it so much, you can get pretty bad stomach pain and gas. And there are days where I'm just eating nearly like a jar of kimchi, and it's painful if I do that too frequently. So I'm gonna eat this. Probably gonna go hang out by the pool in my apartment complex for a bit, just get some sun, because for those of you who followed along with the Q&As, the Airbnb I was at, the thing that made it really nice was that, aside from the fact that it was a shithole, putting that aside, the thing that was nice is that the neighborhood was really nice to walk through. So every morning I had an excuse to get sun. But the location of this apartment, it's not in a city, but there's just not like a lot of walking space in the sun. So I need to make a habit going outside, maintaining my tan, just getting sunlight in general. So yeah, I will be back. By that point, we'll be getting ready for the gym. Probably have another small meal or a snack between now and then, just because this isn't a ton of carbs, nor is it a ton of protein. so I'm not leaving myself with 1 billion grams of protein to get in by the end of the night. I'll probably make like a chicken salad with the leftover chicken that I have, and probably crush the last 2 oranges that I have. Maybe a couple kiwis, I don't know, but I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we switched out of the morning outfit. Wearing my NORi Apparel Uncharted tee, which unfortunately has not been in stock in a long time. You guys cleaned me out on those. But like I mentioned in the last video, we do have 2 launches coming up. One is going to be a rebranding, so it's like a brand launch. If you guys remember, the first launch was the brand launch where we officially released the logo, which is the wordmark logo that you see on the competition t-shirt today. We have rebranded that. Now we have a symbol logo that is an abstract logo. It's a standalone logo similar to a Nike swoosh where you recognize the brand immediately just seeing that swoosh. We're looking to do the same thing with the NORi brand, so that will be one of the coming launches. We'll be doing a rebranding of the competition t-shirt, which I'm really excited about. We'll be doing some oversized shirts, we'll be doing some shorts, so that will probably be the next one. And then the following one is going to be like a summer themed launch, a bit more colorful, a bit more vibrant. So that's what we got going on. Feeling gold today. Feeling gold. I have the gold chain, the gold virus, eco thread, long sleeve. I love the material on these shirts. My code for virus is NORi10. So if you have never picked up anything from virus, I highly, highly encourage it. I'm also wearing, which you probably can't see, the compression pants. An alarm set to come back to the room, which very timely on. Yeah, the compression pants are unbelievable. I honestly don't even like training in shorts anymore. I pretty much exclusively do my lower body days in leggings at this point. But yeah, feeling gold today. Got the gold eco thread, gold leggings, gold chain. I don't know what it is. But yeah, right now is my pre-gym meal, which I still have about an hour before I even go to the gym, so it's not like, you know, that people talk about, you know, wanting to have easily digestible foods, low fat, which is absolutely true. But I have a bit of time. It's going to take me about an hour till I'm there. Another like 30, 45 minutes of just fucking around and warming up. So, I'm going to have some fat. What I'm going to do, since I love citrus, like I've just been eating a ton of oranges since being down here, I'm going to do a cup of raw milk. So, weighing out 8 ounces on the scale right now. A little bit more. Beautiful. All right, we got this beautiful cup of raw milk right here, which is good enough to drink on its own. But I'm going to do a scoop of the orange ice cream, jacked authentic whey. This, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm seriously not fucking kidding. Is the best tasting whey I've ever had in my life. And my diet is 99% whole foods. The only exception that I make are for ice cream and for orange ice cream, Jack's Factory Whey. The code is NORi, N-O-R-I. You guys already know that, but seriously, far and away, the best tasting whey protein I've ever had. Mixed in milk, especially this raw milk, it's like a melted orange creamsicle. It is unbelievable, and it mixes easily enough that I don't need a shaker. Trying to avoid using plastic as much as I can. You know, unfortunately, it's in a lot of our foods, a lot of our containers. I mean, you guys can literally see my raw milk came in this just because I didn't feel like paying a $5 premium for glass, especially since I can't get it refilled. But yeah, I'm gonna do this mixture right here, which is gonna be delicious, an orange, and then the next time I see you guys, be at the gym. Take care. See you guys in a bit. God, I can't wait to drink this. I'm gonna do it now. Oh, that's so good. back from the gym. Let's talk about training first before I get into this grocery haul that I did. I am unreasonably excited. I don't know about you guys, but I get so excited to go grocery shopping. Like, it is literally one of my favorite things to do in the world. I don't know if it's because I was fat as a kid, but eating well and just like coming home with a ton of foods and then a ton of ideas for potential meals is very exciting for me. I went out of town in New York to coach Daniela last weekend, so I brought a lot of the food with me that was already at the end of my previous reserves from my last grocery haul. So this week I ordered from the dairy farm that I normally order from to get eggs, milk, and some beef, but I don't get that shipment until Monday, or I don't even go to pick it up until Monday. So I needed stuff in the meanwhile. So before I get into that, we'll talk about training. Today, as you guys saw, tripled 562 on squat. It moved pretty well. Like, I'm definitely just overall the strongest I've ever been. Like, I think there were probably 3 to 4 reps in reserve there. Still feels a bit heavy on my back, but starting the last block, which was with 550 for 4, it felt the same, just very heavy on my back, moved pretty well. And as weeks went on, the small jumps in the beginning, followed by some bigger jumps at the end, worked beautifully. So I'm just following that pace for these triples and just adding 5 kilos to those jumps. So last block it was 250, 260, 265, 270, 280. And this time around I'll probably end up going 255, 265, 270, 275, 285. And that will finish out the training block for the triples. Deadlift feels fantastic. Hit 595, or I guess technically 597 because pound bar and the illegal collars for a set of 8. Paused. Friday is my heavy deadlift single, and that will progress up to a 750 pull 2 weeks out, and we'll pull it back down to around opener weight a week out, or I guess, yeah, a week out. So, yeah, I mean, I really can't complain. Bench actually moved pretty well too. Bench has been strong, but I haven't really had the chance to actualize any big numbers just because I've been training on really worn out benches, really slippery floors. Prior preps, I've had access to much better equipment, but I feel just much more muscularly strong. Like, I could have a longer range of motion, I could misgroove, I could make all these mistakes or just add to the range of motion, and I still feel like the pressing power is there. So all in all, I'm pretty hopeful that I'll be somewhere in the 850 to 860 range. I don't like to project. Obviously, we have to get to meet day, and what happens on the day is what happens on the day. But just based on training, I think that those will be good estimates. How that breaks down across the 3 lifts remains to be seen. But just got to finish strong. I really don't have any more words for it. Everything feels really, really good. So we'll get into this grocery haul here, which, like I said, one of my favorite things in the world to do. We'll start off with the meat. So we have grass-fed sirloin that I picked up. It's a bit cheaper, leaner than a lot of the meats I've been eating lately. Just trying to save fat for some other foods that I enjoy. Grass-fed sirloin, it's good. It's not as tasty as a ribeye, but I would rather get my fats from some other things. I just want to mix it up. Obviously, I love my eggs, so if that means I could eat more eggs as well, that'll be great. Another one, organic chicken thighs, antibiotic-free chicken thighs as well. That would be very versatile. I can make it like a garlic and herb butter type thing. I can also make my homemade barbecue sauce, honey, and then I also can make, which I can show you, well, it's not in this bag, but I'll show you in a second what else I can make with it. This is goat cheese and cherry gelato. The ingredients for this are just milk, sugar, goat cheese, egg yolks, and then like some microbial enzymes, sea salt, whatever. This is fantastic. These are like my foods for pleasure outside of the fact that all these foods obviously taste great. I love pickles from New York, Italian. Don't eat pickles, you're fucked up. Mayo, but it's mayo made with avocado oil. Primal Kitchen is usually one of the brands that has avocado oil that is not rancid. So the ingredients on this are avocado oil, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, organic vinegar, sea salt, and rosemary extract. So no seed oils in this. I probably will use this for some sandwiches because I also got, just a guilty pleasure of mine, nitrate and nitrite free prosciutto, cup of gold, Salami, again being Italian, on nice bread, nice cheese. This is just undefeated. These are usually like what comprise midday snacks. It's usually this and, you know, as a sandwich and some other protein source. We got Mandarin Oranges. Unfortunately, there was no organic oranges or mandarins or clementines or anything like that. Sometimes it's just like you're craving fruit and you really just take the easy road out, is what it is. Sue me. Got my sourdough. This is different than the sourdough you guys have been seeing in my posts recently, because the sourdough I've been eating for my posts is from the farm that I order from. This is just fresh made sourdough, but from fresh market and not from the farm. So that's that. We also have wild smoked salmon. This will definitely be a feature either as a snack similar to the sandwiches with the prosciutto, or this will be part of breakfast. Love smoked salmon. Another container of the goat cheese gelato because I can't do without it. All right, this is what I was referring to. So this is probiotic Bulgarian yogurt. I'll probably use this to make some sort of yogurt sauce for the chicken thighs. I got lemon, mint, dill, and then obviously just all the typical spices that you would put: salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, whatever. Yeah, here it is. So that'll be a really good sauce. Just tastes great with poultry, and like lamb if you want to do that. Organic blueberries, huge blueberry guy. I just love fruit in general. It's more mint and dill. This is herbed goat cheese. This will be for the sandwiches with the salmon or the deli meats. That's that. Oh, I got more butter. And the reason I got more butter is I don't want to use the raw butter for cooking. Like, it just tastes too good to waste it on that. I would rather just eat it on bread and enjoy the flavor of it rather than it just getting burnt up to saute things. It really doesn't make a difference in taste when you're eating it as a cooking source of fat. But when you're eating it just, you know, melted on something, it's night and day difference between regular butter. So I just got, you know, cultured butter. Good to go for cooking. Get these bags out of the way. All right. Another carb source that I use as a snack, organic Cajul dates. Dates are delicious. They're super sweet. Nothing special there. The baby potatoes that I've been talking about and I've been cooking in my posts recently, I was running low on those. These are very, very easy to prepare. That's why I like them. They're just, you can do them whole, boil them, eat them like that. You can chop them up, dice them, slice them thin, whatever you want to do with them. Saute them. Delicious, versatile. Yellow mangoes are superior to the green ones. I can't remember the exact name of these. They are champagne mangoes. They are unbelievably, unbelievably sweet. Just adding to the massive fruit bowl over here. We got Vital Farms organic pasture-raised eggs. So when you're looking for eggs, the whole free range, blah, 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 is not, it doesn't matter, right? Like that's just a marketing tactic. It's bullshit. When they say that they're cage-free or free-range, like, they very well could still be inside. They very well could be walking around in their own shit still. There's just a standard of the increased area that they have to walk into. Maybe they have a little bit more space, but that doesn't guarantee that they're actually like roaming outside. So pasture-raised is what you want. Organic, obviously, you don't have to do if financially it's not feasible, but I do. I taste the difference. I know that there is a micronutrient difference of fat composition in terms of the ratio of monounsaturated omega-3 to omega-6. There's a difference. And this is just to hold me over until I get my shipment of eggs from the farm, because I eat anywhere from 6 to 12 eggs a day, and I only have 1 carton left. All right, this is another like kind of food passion or like just a favorite thing that I have that I kind of just buy as a luxury. It's not really a necessity in my diet, which I talked about earlier, is mushrooms. I got king trumpet mushrooms and maitake mushrooms. These just have unbelievable flavor, and I very well could have paid half the price for Bella's or for white mushrooms. I talked about this earlier in the video, but they just taste too good. I had to do it. And then I got some organic pre-sliced peppers. They actually just, none of regular organic peppers looked any good. So pre-sliced, you're paying a premium, but is what it is for today. I think that is it. So what I'm probably gonna do for dinner, what I'll actually probably do first is I'll probably have one of these sandwiches here with the salmon. And then what I'll probably do is I will cook up the chicken thighs, and I will make one of these yogurt sauces like I talked about. Also cook up a side of mushrooms. And then as far as the carb source, I haven't decided yet. I'll probably do rice, but I build as I go. You know, I don't really stick to a plan when it comes to things. You know, I'm not on the go when it comes to when I need to eat. You know, I'm very hungry all the time, and that's why I don't like doing a lot of frequent meals. I've done that in the past. I've done the 5-6 meals a day to stimulate muscle protein synthesis as frequently as possible. And I would say over that medium to long-term period I did it, I noticed a difference in body composition. But I really like, obviously eating the quality foods is a step up for me. As I grab the ice cream. Obviously eating the quality foods is a big step up for anybody really, but I just like eating big meals and I like cooking. So preparing these little small snacks is just not really exciting for me. So I'll show you guys dinner. I'm going to eat my snack now. I'll start cooking dinner probably in an hour and a half. And yeah, I hope you guys appreciate seeing what I buy at the grocery store. Honestly, this is not like a full haul. This is just for the, I mean, it'll last me a while, but there's just some items that, like I said, I'm waiting on that I would not or did not buy from the grocery store that I'm waiting to come in. This will probably all last me a little over a week, I would say, for everything to be gone. The protein sources, I'll try to diversify and make them last as long as possible, although it's very easy for me to probably just eat through the chicken, eat through the steak all in one go. But this cost me, and again, you guys asked, it is pretty pricey. All of this, which is about, like I said, a week of groceries, maybe a little bit more, costs about $200. Fresh market is very expensive to begin with. And like I said, this is an expense that I'm willing to pay a premium for because my health really matters to me, and this is something also from like just a passion standpoint of cooking and enjoying food. I really like doing it, and I'd rather spend the money here and conserve elsewhere than the other way around. So I'll start cooking. I'll see you guys in a bit. Made a very smoky kitchen, but it was well worth it. So right here we have, all right, let's see if we can summarize this cleanly. So we have chicken thighs that I marinated in a yogurt sauce, honey, salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, cumin, curry powder. I made a yogurt sauce to put on top of it that has salt, pepper, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, mint, and dill. Roasted red peppers, medjool dates, rice with pistachios, and purple kraut. This is about to be, got my Gibson songwriter over here that I haven't played in forever. It's literally just decoration at this point. Oh, I am so excited to eat this. I only have to take a picture of it first for the NORi.plate page, but I've been running into a problem because my camera is not working. So for any of you watching this who might have an idea of why the software is not enabling either my front or back camera to work right now, it works on FaceTime. Like if someone FaceTimes me, my camera works. And then sometimes if I like swipe on Instagram to the left for a story, it works. But when I open the camera app, it doesn't work. I have no idea. I've Googled it. People aren't very helpful. I don't know if any of you geniuses out there watching can help because I can't get it to work. I'm going to eat this after I get a picture of it, which could be in the next 5 to 20 minutes. And hopefully my food doesn't get cold by the time I get this picture. But I think I'm going to end the video here tonight. I've really enjoyed cooking. The page that I started just as a way to show my meals, and already in 48 hours I'm just like, alright, how can I plate things to make it look nicer? How can I just prepare things to make it look nicer? I have a feeling this is going to become like another side project that I honestly don't have time for, but we're going to do it anyway. But yeah, that's where we're going to end the video for today. I'm trying to get some quicker turnarounds for you guys. I know that I've been off YouTube for a very long time now, but with Nationals coming up and just a plethora of content to film, I want to give you guys more. So that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Remember, there are no bad days, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be after Friday and Saturday's session, which should be pretty good.